my channel. So today's video is going to be a process video on one piece that's by far one of my favorites that I've ever done. It's this beautiful piece right here, and today I'm gonna be showing you the entire process and how I created. This piece has definitely been one of your guys' favorite too. I received a lot of positive feedback on it and a lot of love, and I really hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for being here, and without further ado, if you want to see how this piece is made, then please stick around and keep on watching. Alright guys, so for this piece, I'm going to be using a 16 by 20 canvas, but I'm not using the canvas itself. I'm only using it for the wooden frame. So if you know how to make a wooden frame or know where to get one that's already black, because I'm going to be painting this one black, go ahead and use that instead of the canvas. I'm just using the canvas because it's what I had laying around in my home, so I'm gonna use that. And once I have the canvas, as you can see, I'm taking out the inside portion of the canvas, the quote-unquote fabric of the canvas. I'm cutting that out and I'm painting the rest of the frame all black. Again, if you already have a wooden frame, go ahead and use that, or if you have like a wooden picture frame, that's what I'm trying to say. If you have one of that, go ahead and use that instead. And as you can see, when I cut it out, I did cut out a little bit more than I had to on the canvas, but that's okay because in the end, it's all going to be painted black and it's just going to blend in really well. Once it's painted all black, I'm gonna go ahead and just attach the canvas onto the wooden frame itself, just because it's it kind of lifts on the sides, and I just want to create a clean frame all around. Again, if you already have a wooden frame, use that instead. And now the actual base where we're going to be working out of, it's going to be this canvas board, which I'm going to attach to the back of our canvas, which is going to give us a clean slate. And once it's all attached, we are going to paint the whole thing black. And that's going to be our clean canvas for our piece. Alright guys, so now that we've completely covered our entire canvas in black, we've attached the canvas board to the back, and we've got everything smooth and covered, we're going to go ahead and get started. And we are going to be working with modeling clay. So the next part is to actually create the trunk in our canvas, and for that we're going to be using modeling clay. This is the first time actually that I'm using the Crayola brand. I usually go with another brand, but let's see how this goes. It's pretty weird that they come in these little packages, but again, I think that's gonna help so that the clay doesn't dry out and doesn't harden faster. So that might be a cool idea. The one that I usually get doesn't, it just comes in like one big pack. So this is new. So we're just gonna open it, grab our modeling clay, and it's pretty simple, the process. We're just gonna go ahead and lay out our modeling clay straight into our canvas. There's no need to attach it with anything. It'll attach in itself, and we're just going to form the trunk in here and just eye it, spread it out, and create the texture of the trunk. I usually like to work with small pieces at a time just because it's easier to work with instead of trying to mold one huge piece at a time. So as you can see, we're going to be working our muscles with this material. And for the bottom of the tree, we're just gonna go all the way down into the actual frame. Remember when I told you not to worry about this part, that we had cut it a little bit much? This is the reason why, because we're actually gonna cover it with modeling clay, so it's not gonna be visible and will be good. And for the actual texture of the tree, I'm only using my hands. I'm not going to be using any kind of special tool. And once we start getting into the branches, I'm only going to go as far as up to like here. I'm not going to go all the way into the top and create all of this tree on the top, because it's all going to be covered with the butterflies in the end. So once we start getting into that, we're just going to create kind of like the base to where the branches would go. I think it would be kind of wasteful to create the entire shape of the tree all the way into the top and just have it all covered with butterflies in the end. So. Alright guys, so this is how the tree, oh, I'm missing a little bit of modeling clay in here, but that's okay. So this is what the tree looks like once it's all covered in modeling clay, once it's all molded and good to go. I usually leave modeling clay to dry overnight before we do any kind of painting, so that's what we're going to do with this. But just to get moving and getting some progress done with our piece, we're going to go ahead and get started doing the top of the tree. And then once it's all covered in butterflies at the top, then we're going to go ahead and leave it out to dry. That way tomorrow we can come back to it and spray paint it and do all of that fun stuff. So yeah, for now I'm just going to cover that little hole that I have right there, and we're going to go ahead and get started covering the entire top with butterflies. Alright, now moving on to the top part of our tree, what we're going to do is just go ahead and fill up the entire top with butterflies. So what I've done is I've taken an old book, actually, taken the pages of an old book and recycled them into these butterflies right here. I've printed out tons of them, as you can see here. I've grabbed, again, the pages of an old book and made the cutouts of the butterflies, and I've also taken some white cardstock as well and did the same thing and just cut out as many butterflies as I can in all different shapes and sizes. So what we're going to do with them is just fold them in half like so, and then put some glue, some hot glue in the middle, and then just attach them into our canvas in the shape and the pattern that we want. And again, we just want to be super exaggerated. Well, I'm going to be super exaggerated and just fill the entire top with it and just do a very pretty pattern so that we can have a nice, pretty look to our tree. All right, guys. This is a very long process. You have to be very patient with it, but alas, here is what our piece looks like so far. As you could see in the video, I started out doing the butterflies that are the largest ones, and these are the ones that were the recycled book pages. I started off with those because, again, they were the larger ones, and then I went off to the medium ones and then these tiny ones right here. I just think that makes it a little bit, it gives it a better aesthetic, and you are able to do a little bit of more layering with the pieces, and it just gives off a better look. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do before we leave off this to dry is I'm gonna put in these beautiful gold flowers that I found laying around. If I remember correctly, I got these from Michael's, and I'm just gonna place them scattered all throughout the tree, and then we're just gonna leave it as is and leave it off to dry until tomorrow. Alright, so it's been overnight, and now I'm going to be taking you into the fun part of this process, which is the spray painting part. And I'm using gold, white, and black paint for this part, and you're going to see that I'm adding, just scattering all three colors all around, and I'm adding also a little bit of sprinkles, which is achieved when you barely tap into the nozzle, which is a pretty cute look. I really love it. I usually do the sprinkling with the white and the gold paint. So yeah, that's all this is. It's just spray painting all around and bringing life into our tree. And this is how our final piece looks like, you guys. I really like to take my time when it comes to the spray painting and actually choose where the placement of my colors are going to be. As you can see, like the golds are usually around the outside. And then I usually like to put in the black just to add some dimension to bring out the tree from the background. I also spray painted the tree a little bit of black and a little bit of white just to give it some different color to it. I also added some sprinkles around it, and like I mentioned before, the sprinkles are achieved when you grab the spray paint can and you barely tap into it to release the paint, and it'll like sprinkle the paint around. It's actually a pretty neat technique. I really love to do that. You really have to take your time and barely spray the nozzles to get that effect. So this is what she looks like, and we're pretty much done. The only thing that I'm gonna do right now is just add the little hook on the back so that it is easy for hanging, because right now there's nothing for the piece to hang to. And add our signature, and that's gonna be our completed piece. Hope you guys like it. video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed the final result and watching the entire process on how it comes to be. I really do have a lot of fun creating this piece, and it's just every time I see it, it just makes me smile. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Turn on that notification bell so you'll be in the know whenever a new video uploads. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for 150 subscribers. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The links to all of that will be in the description box below. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and hopefully I will see you all on my next video. Bye.